Last week on the FUNKCAST, we had our very first episode 2. We hung out with Dave Austria and Bart Zilo. Today on the FUNKCAST episode 3, we have the co-creator of the Mother Cookbook and Legends Cookbook, Casey, and director of the upcoming Smash title, Kian Naderi. And now...
Welcome to TJ&E and Earl's Funky FUNKCAST. Tonight's guest, the Mother Cookbook Boys. Tonight's sponsor, the Funkotron Funksters. Buy their shirts and pants today. The FUNKCAST is hosted by Big Earl 1991.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks, everyone, for coming to the very third official episode of FUNKCAST. I'm your host, Big Earl. The big news in ToeJam and Earl world, the game is still on sale, the summer sale on Xbox. So if you haven't gotten the game for half price, you can get it right now on Xbox, half price. Get it now before it's too late and you miss out. We still have some more updates coming to the game, so and especially for console. So if you're playing on console and you say, man, I wish it was better, there's going to be more better stuff coming. So stay tuned. And
if you already own the game on your other platforms, buy it on Xbox.
Yeah. And then when Xbox Series X and the PS5 come out, who knows what upgrades are going to be when it happens. It may be none. Most likely it'll be none, but you never know. So, and it's a free upgrade, so you never know. And with that, let's go to Elijah on the piano. Wait, that's not Elijah. Who is this?
It's me.
Oh no, it's the RoboMolluskKing.
Oh
Oh, it's the horse race song.
Never heard of it.
This is right. No.
Attention, man.
This is great.
And look, I just enabled the TVs, everybody.
No, it only applies to you.
But it's on the stream. People on the stream can see it.
Oh yeah.
Wow, look at that. Look at this beautiful set we have. Wow. Wow. This is a beautiful song, RMK. Okay, that's enough.
Sorry, I can't stop.
He's got the funk. When you have the funk, you can't
Stop!
I can't.
What do you mean you
Well,
can't stop?
I'll try.
That was incredible. Did he leave? Oh, he left. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
That's how you make it. He played himself out.
That's funny. So, we have we're looking at the news. And this is a segment we call Looking at the News with the Earl Squad. First off, I don't know if you saw the news today, but WayForward announced a brand new Wario Land game. Woo! No.
Wait, really?
No, it wasn't Wario Land. It was actually Bakugan. Or is it Bakugan? Bakugan?
Bakugan. I used to have these little figures as a kid.
I just gotta ask, what the funk is Bakugan?
Guess who's back?
Whoa! It's RMK!
Back.
RMK, you excited for Bakugan?
I don't know what Bakugan is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not really excited.
Very cool. Okay, can we move on to the next news, I guess?
That's right.
I'm not enough. I missed.
Big Earl, that's me. I'm almost finished with The Last of Us 2. And I gotta ask, Why are people so upset with this game? Like, I don't get it.
No, it's gonna be spoilers. No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers.
Not.
Without spoilers, does anyone have any thoughts on it? Yeah. And then also in the news, Big Earl, that's me, I'm going to be hosting the Xbox Showcase on stage, and I'm going to be performing a
What?
duet with Phil Spencer.
What's
Wait,
this?
for real?
This is must-see Funk TV. But no, that's not really happening. But they are doing an Xbox Showcase soon, and I'm wondering, what are your predictions for the Xbox Series S? Do you think that they're going to be able to volley the ball back to Sony? Are they going to smash it back? Or are they going to drop the ball? Hera, RMK, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be a volley, smash, or drop?
I
Drop.
Drop?
I'm pretty confident
I don't know.
that PS5 is going to do better because figures have shown in the past that PlayStation does usually do better than Xbox. I'm pretty sure every time you've done better than Xbox, if I'm correct.
Well, they really stumbled out of the gate with PS3.
No, I'm pretty sure PS3 still got more sales.
At the end, well, I mean, they fixed it, but for a while it was not doing so hot. They had a really bad launch.
Yeah, and the coding system was god awful.
Yeah, and they made that grill. Remember the grill design for the PS3? That was cool.
I actually like the PS3. I have it next to me.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you marry it?
It's a good console.
That's well, don't forget that everyone. We did ask yesterday or last week what the prices were going to be. Does anyone have any thoughts on what they think the Xbox Series S price is going to be? Is it going to be cheaper than the X?
Yeah, of course it's going to
Yeah.
be cheaper.
Do you think it's going to be lower
I
than?
think it's going to be like 100, 150, most 200 cheaper.
Oh, I thought you meant it was going to be $100. I was like, damn.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn.
Cheap console,
All right. Well, and some other quick hits in the news. The PS5 case has been revealed. What the funk do you think about that?
huh? I haven't checked it out yet. Hold on, let me Google it.
It's got that white,
They added a white rectangle.
white rectangle on the top. What do you think about those white rectangles?
The white rectangle? I haven't seen it yet, honestly.
The case is
My
blue.
eyes.
Yeah, the top is
Oh,
white.
that. Wait, I really like that.
Oh,
Wait, that looks sick.
you're not.
It's alright.
I like how homeless Goomba is forcing everyone to sit down, like they're whipping people.
So homeless Goomba isn't lonely Goomba.
No, this is a different Goomba.
But are you also lonely?
I mean, he's homeless. Oh no, he's not lonely.
So he might be lonely.
That's right. And well, speaking of Damn, we're going to get back to the director of Damn later on. But first, we have our very first guest, and that is the amazing, the beautiful Casey from, what's this company? Job.
Thank you for having me.
So I understand that you're not just a Casey, but you're also a creator of cookbooks.
Yeah, I've been helping out with kind of co-managing and running Job for, well, ever since it became Job, but it's been about 3 years now.
So what does it mean? What does that mean? What does it mean to be to make a cookbook? Like and what does it have to do with video games?
Well, it's pretty fascinating. The whole it started with Mother's Cookbook, and it really didn't start with me. I was brought into the process a bit later as a writer and then eventually editor. It really started with our chef Brian Connor, who was running a blog. He still runs it. It's called Level Up Chef, and he was doing recipes out of Mother to begin with, just on his blog.
Now, when you say mother, you don't mean your mother. You mean the video game.
I mean Earthbound. The series. Our book is called. The first book is called Mother's Cookbook, and it's based on the Mother series of video games, which is 3 games that came out in Japan. The second game came out here under the title Earthbound. So.
Oh, I've heard of that game.
Yeah.
Mother 3, man. Mother 3.
And Mother 3 is still one of my favorite games to this day, and those games have brought so many of us together just for the love of the game and now to create all these different incredible projects. So many different weird companies and different pieces of art have popped up from the Mother community, and it's really cool that we're just like a little part of it. There's so much of it.
So, but so okay, so you made a Earthbound cookbook, and I think you also said you made a Legend of Zelda cookbook.
Yeah, we've got other stuff in the Mother series too. We've got our documentary is coming out pretty soon, Mother to Earth, which is about it's a full-length feature documentary about the first game. Really, it's about the community of people, the fans who enjoy the Mother series as a whole. It's done now. It was a Kickstarter project, and it'll be coming out pretty soon. It's been screened a few times, and it was going to be screened at conventions and things this summer, but sadly, a lot of them have been canceled, of course. So we've got other plans for it, but it's almost done. And now we just released Legends Cookbook to our Kickstarter backers. It'll be up for sale to the public very soon. But yeah, it's out for Kickstarter backers now, and that's our Zelda cookbook.
So I don't really remember there be. I mean, I know there's some. I remember some food in Mother, and obviously I remember in the new Zelda game there's a lot of cooking. But like, what does it mean to make a recipe from a game? Like, are we gonna eat like what is it? What is the condiment from Mother? All spice, all.
Dragon spice. Well, there's a bunch. There's dragon spice, and there's a bunch of different condiments in the game. Actually, they've just got like your regular ketchup and mustard and things. There's a lot of food in the Mother series as a whole, which it's the game's take on food is fascinating because, like everything in that game, it's a game about Americana made by a group of people in Japan who had never been here before. So
Yes.
there's strange, and then translated by one guy who is natively, from the United States.
I'm Barack
So
Obama.
you've got weird things like trout yogurt and strawberry tofu. I mean, strawberry tofu is not particularly weird, but it is here. And these are all things that we can make into, sometimes easily made recipes at home that are something that's wacky and different and yet delicious and something you can learn a lot by trying to cook.
Oh, I see. Also, I want to.
The Mother series has tons of food in it, and it's not just about taking food directly from the games too. We're just as much inspired by every facet of the game. The characters and the story and the level design. Obviously, there's a lot of food that's just directly from the game. Because if this is in the game, we're gonna utilize it. But we go elsewhere for inspiration too, for sure.
Okay. Well, so I guess so you did. What inspired you to do Zelda and Mother? There's so many other games you could have chosen. Why those two?
Trying to get laid.
Well, like I said, I mean, we all met together in the Mother community, and we've all just, it's much like the TJ and Earl community. It's an incredibly tight-knit kind of cult classic that's now coming back and getting bigger and bigger, and there's more and more creatives that are in the community. It's amazing how like almost every person I talk to who's a fan of Earthbound also creates something, whether it's they knit or they're an artist or a visual artist or a musician or something. This game has inspired so many people to do so many things, and cooking was just made sense to add to the list, I guess.
Okay. What if you could choose any game? Like from anything. Like what game would you want to do next? Like if you could.
We've had so many discussions about what we've done. What we could do. We've got a long list. I mean, we did just do our charity book. It's sadly no longer available, but we did it for a short time. But we did an Animal Crossing book. And I know
Look at yourself
we've talked
before
about
you
doing
pass
something
judgment.
with the Animal Crossing IP. I've always wanted to do Paper Mario. I'm a huge Paper Mario fan, and there's almost not even necessarily Paper Mario, but the entire Mario RPG universe. There's a bunch of cool food. I mean, they've always got like a chef character or some kind of food that ends up attacking you. The wedding cake in Super Mario RPG.
Yes.
There's a lot of potential there.
Yes.
Not that we have any. I'm not announcing anything, but
Yes.
that's something I'd like to do someday.
You know
I have a
exactly what I
question.
mean.
Sure.
I have a GameCube. Do you recommend I get the 1,000-Year Door?
Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite games on the GameCube, and
That game rules.
Yes.
I absolutely adore that game. I wish my partner Evan was here because he also loves Paper Mario and he could gush about that game as much as I can.
Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely love that game. It's
Yes.
it's very expensive right now. I'll tell you that.
Right to a fair living
God.
wage.
It's incredibly expensive to buy a copy of it at the moment.
Yes.
Prices on all GameCube games have shot up in the last 2 months.
Yes.
But buying a copy of the Thousand Year Door is not a particularly easy thing to do.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
But I would highly recommend it. Have you played the first one on the
We
N64?
smoked cigarettes and wore leather
No,
jackets.
I haven't played a Paper Mario game ever. Really.
Oh, okay. I would check out the first one. I would start there.
Yes.
All right.
It's the second one is enough of an evolution that if you go backwards, it might be a little weird.
I see.
So I would play the first one. The first one's actually my favorite, although I love the second one, and it's so. Both games are still visually hold up so well.
Yeah, those games are amazing. I think those are the best ones out of the
Absolutely.
series.
The first two. I love Super Mario RPG as well. The
Oh, yeah.
precursor to the series. That's one of my favorite games ever.
Mario and Luigi, the first two are pretty good too.
Oh yeah. I mean, the writing it's the funniest thing that Nintendo's ever put out for sure. Is the Mario and Luigi series.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna try to spoil anything, but it's two, right? It's Thousand Year Door where like the spirit bomby thing kind of happens.
The 2,000 year door.
2,000 year, the 3,000 year door. You know what? Don't even answer. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. Just check it out. I think you're really gonna dig it.
There's a lot of cats over here. I'm hearing a lot of cats on your end.
Cat.
Yeah. Oh, you can't hear it in the chat. The soundboard is going crazy.
I have it on Discord.
Yeah. Well, I heard that you might be doing a funky cookbook coming up soon.
We are. We are definitely. We've been talking about it for about a year now, and we're kind of in pre-production on the Toe Jam and Earl's Funky Fresh Foods of Funkotron.
Wait, what? There's gonna be a Funky Fresh Foods
Yeah.
Funkatron by the Toe Jam and Earl's zone coming out?
Oh my
It is
God.
going to be happening. Absolutely.
No way.
Okay, so
I'm gonna drop some links in the Twitch chat if you don't mind, and I'll post some of these videos we made for you guys.
wow, wait, so there's gonna be videos and funny stuff along with these recipes?
Absolutely.
Wow.
We're doing some funny promo videos and stuff. So we're gonna have a Kickstarter up, which will go up soon. We're working on it, and once that is up, there's gonna be lots more funny videos and things to promote it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wow.
We've already made a bunch of stuff. We're settled on a recipe list. We've been working real close with Mr. Greg Johnson, who I've spoken to about the book a bunch. He's been really involved in helping us come up with recipes, which is great. We've been having a lot of fun so far.
Wow. Okay, well, one more question. What kind of recipes are we going to see in this funky book? I mean, Toe Jam and Earl is just hot dogs and moldy bread. Like, what really can you do here?
Well, we made moldy bread.
What?
We already did that. Yeah, you can watch that video. It should be up on the Toe Jam and Earl Twitter account.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
sure we
lesbian.
will repost all these links here once the show's over for everybody to check them out. But let's see, what else can I talk about? I mean, we got a bunch, but what can I actually tell you about? Well,
What?
we posted the video for Nizza Pizza.
Nizza Pizza, right?
Our pizza recipe. We've got a bunch of cool desserts, and we've come up with fun takes on the food that's directly from the game, like the hot dogs and the hamburgers. You're not just going to see a hot dog on a bun. We've got, I'm not going to spoil it because this one that we're going to show for our Kickstarter, so you guys will see it pretty soon. But we have fun takes on everything that's directly in the game, including the food that hurts you, like the fish bones and moldy cheese and things like that.
I
Mm.
wonder if
Fun
that is.
visuals for sure.
Wow.
If you want a little hint of what it's going to look like, check out the dubious food and any of the monster foods from our book, Legends Cookbook.
Yeah, so if people want to, so Legends Cookbook, they can go on the Yeti and pre-order it soon.
Yes.
Mother Cookbook, not available yet, right?
Mother's Cookbook it has been out for a while.
Oh,
and
sorry.
It's almost sold out. It is over at Fangamer.
Whoa! Go to
Fangamer
fangamer.com.
Project.
Get that Mother
And
Cookbook.
we're almost out. So like, if you guys are into it, pick one up because this is the end of the first print.
And if people wanted to follow you or follow along with the progress on this funky cookbook, what can they do? How can they do that?
You can follow me on Twitter at For the Win. That's PFHOR the Win. It's my name here on Roblox as well. And also just follow the ToeJam and Earl account for now. We're going to be kind of doing a cross promo between the different Twitter accounts here once we start posting videos and things. If you're interested in Mother's Cookbook, it's just at Mother's Cookbook. Legends Cookbook is at Legends Cookbook, both on Twitter. There's also our calendar series that we do a yearly calendar based on Mother or the Earthbound series. It's called Batter's Almanac.
Wow, can I be on there?
You might be able to next year.
Big
The series
Earl.
is out.
Can Big Earl be in Mother 4?
Can we do a Batter's Almanac ToeJam and Earl crossover? And the answer to that's yes.
Wow.
I mean, I can make that happen.
Wow.
That'd be
Yes,
so
that would be super fun.
All right.
We haven't really discussed the next calendar. So does Big Earl want to model for me a little bit? We can do a calendar shoot.
Yes, of course.
You just tell me when to fly out and where to go.
All right.
I'll meet you in Hawaii.
All right. Yeah, let's go to Hawaii. We're all going to Maui, everybody.
He's got that beautiful view.
All right. Well, yeah, let's do it. And I think with that, I just want to say thank you, Casey, for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having me. This was super fun. I'm going to stick around, of course, but thank you.
Of course. Well, and with that, we now go to the director of the upcoming hot new game, Damn, Kian. Let's see if I pronounce this right. Naderi? Naderi?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Earl?
I'm doing all right. You know, I was up late playing some Deadly Premonition 2.
Ooh, are they gonna fix the frame rate?
No, I don't think so. They're playing some Last of Us 2. I was playing them at the same time.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Those are like the opposite game.
I did see that, real quick, that Swery tweeted earlier today that he was, quote, yelling at the producer to do something about it.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Which really made me question the chain of command.
Well, so it's, you know, it's not actually his company. You know, like, he's just, like, director, but it's a totally different company. It's not like The Good Life, or it's his company.
Right, this is a very unfortunate situation. But yeah, that's the most recent update. I just wanted, if anyone wanted to know and missed that.
Oh, I like the frame rate. I hope they never fix it.
Really?
Yeah, I like it jank. That's the whole, like, nice...
It is supposed to be a little janky. It is Deadly Premonition.
Exactly.
Who doesn't like a sweary game?
Exactly. Well,
I feel like it was also
go
free,
back
it's
to my
free
corner
marketing.
yeah, exactly. We
They
for
get
our,
the backlash, they fix it. It's a whole, you know, few press hits.
well, I heard that for Damn that the frame rate's going to be 5 frames per
It's
second.
gonna be 60 at least. Thank you very much.
600.
5, but it's 5 solid, right? Like,
Solid
Yeah.
5.
5, yeah, it's a solid 5.
No, we ain't dipping.
Are perfectly even. There's no screen tearing.
People in the chat are suggesting 12.
12 frames per second.
Yeah.
All right, I'll shoot for
They're
that.
saying that because they played GoldenEye as children.
So, you know, I've heard about this damn game, and you know, what the heck? I thought it was Neighborhood Watch, but now you're saying it's Damn. What was that?
Yeah,
what the heck?
yeah. I mean, you know, the Neighborhood Watch is still a big part of the game. It's the, you know, it's the gang, the crew of kids that decide to fight back against all the monsters in their town. So they're still in there, but we're going for something pretty new, and we'll actually unveil the meaning of it later this month.
Wow. Well, and what I think I heard July 29th.
I think you heard right.
So, you know, I've heard that this game is like a spiritual successor to Zombies Ate My Neighbors. What does that mean? You're just remaking Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
No, so You know, I think a lot of people know this too. There was another like quote unquote spiritual sequel to Zombies Ate My Neighbors called Ghoul Patrol, and you know the game does a lot of cool stuff. It does it well. It was made, I think, sort of by the same people, but they didn't actually. They weren't trying to make a Zombies Ate My Neighbors game. It kind of like late in development got converted over to one, but it still wasn't like a proper sequel. So that kind of exists, but you know, it didn't get people as passionate and as stoked as the original did. The original one still holds like a lot of clout in people's minds. So we wanted to do something where it was like expanding on that old idea, and then kind of taking it with our own direction with like a fresh take, and adding like bullet hell shmup elements, and maybe a little bit of a different level progression to the mix. So it's not a remake. And it's not official.
So yeah, I mean, so what's different? You know, what it sounds like a totally different game.
Well, I mean, you gotta run around. You gotta find weapons, household weapons. You gotta rescue your neighbors. But there's a few more things in the mix now. There's the threat of the ice cream man.
What?
Yeah, if you don't get all your neighbors in time, the ice cream man will be coming for you. And he's maybe a little bit like Mr. X in a way, and or like Death in Spelunky, and yeah, I mean we got like a whole bunch more weapons. We have an entire system of lethal weapons versus non-lethal weapons, and like this we've like really jammed on the squirt gun. Like in the original game, the squirt gun's just like your base level, little zombie popper. But in this one, it's unlimited ammo, but it refills with pressure, and you got to pump it up. And then you got nozzles for your water gun that do all sorts of different, like spread shot, like sniper shot, stuff like that. So we got a lot of different stuff going on in this game. We wanted to expand on it, not just kind of do like a nostalgia play.
I see. All right. Is this game gonna be scary?
It's gonna be, yeah. I mean, I think that one of the charms of the original Zombies Ate My Neighbors is that it was like kind of campy and funny, while like still being scary. Like the game's actually pretty terrifying at some places. So we're kind of going for that same mix. It is gonna be scary. There's gonna be moments of definite you're terrified or overwhelmed or whatever like that. But we want it to be fun and make the player feel empowered. Because you're taking the fight to the monsters, you're not just surviving.
And I heard that this game takes place in the same year that we was born. I was born, 1991. we was born in 91.
Yeah, this game is hard 91. We thought it was a cool era that doesn't really get it kind of gets glossed over between like the mid 90s aesthetic and like the 80s aesthetic. There's that weird period right in the middle of that where you had the hangover from the 80s, but you still had like the stuff kind of growing up in the early 90s, all that weird culture. So we thought it would be a pretty cool time. And I mean, this was like the time when ToeJam and Earl came out. This is the time when Sega Genesis actually started to take the lead with Sonic, away from Nintendo and everything like that. So it was like a weird time where things were different than they ever were, and I think that's a cool place, especially culturally, like with different items and household weapons. Like we have, we're gonna have like a skip it, if anybody remembers what a skip it is.
Whoa, skip it!
It's gonna be like a leaf shield from Mega Man.
Casey, have you ever used a skip it?
You guys remember the skip it?
Who here remembers skip it?
Probably no one.
RMK?
No.
No.
And I was also born in 1991.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so it's gonna be nostalgia for you.
Night Slayer XX remembers it. This guy right here, he remembers skip it. Congratulations.
Skip it was so dumb. It was this thing that you would wrap around. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it. You jump over it, and it was around 1 foot. It was like a ball and chain around your foot.
Yeah, it's like a ball and chain. It was like a big plastic, like weighted ball with rubber inside of it to give it weight, with a rubber kind of string on it. With a circle on the end, and you would put it on your ankle. Put your foot through it, and then spin it and jump over it. Kind of you're playing jump rope by yourself. Is what you're doing. It's jump rope without two people to turn the jump rope. And
it had a counter on it too, right?
Yeah, it had some of them were electronic. You put a battery in them, and it had a counter so you could keep track of how many skips you did. This is the kind of fun we had before we had an iPod.
Right? Yeah. In this game, you're going to be able to use it to kick the crap out of zombies too at the same time. So, you know, it's going to be stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff from that era that we want to play into.
Nice. Well, I want to see, does anyone in the chat have any questions for either Casey or Kian about the cookbook or Damn, or anything? You can ask about the personal lives, where they live, where their children go to school.
Is the Yankee Kian backwards?
Kind of, yes, phonetically.
In a way.
Sort of. Good job.
Kianki. I always thought it was because you were a donkey furry.
No.
That's Kian. I just realized.
There you go. Yeah, one of my dumb friends was really drunk one night. He's like, "Donkey, it's Kian backwards," and I was like, "It's not, but we're running with it, okay."
Incredible.
Zilonet refuses to sit, but I don't see their character at all. It's just a. Oh, they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could ask them what kind of, like, you know, our game. If you guys know Zombies Ate My Neighbors, you guys have seen Damn, Neighborhood Watch. So, you know, what kind of stuff do you think would be cool? Like household weapons or features, enemies, stuff like that, that we could put in the game.
I have it.
You have it.
A comically large spoon.
Ooh, a big spoon. Okay.
Large spoon.
I mean, technically, the ice cream man has a giant ice cream scooper that he kills you with, so that kind of counts.
That's cool.
Okay, what kind of music does the ice cream truck play? I think that's pretty important.
Well, we haven't revealed that yet.
Yeah, we actually have somebody really cool that we got that makes really cool music, who's going to be making some really cool music for us. But it's going to be creepy, but it's going to be an ice cream man song. So
Liliana wants to remind us that she wants to be a necromancer in Damn. So don't forget that.
All right. Are there any movies with necromancers from like the 80s, 90s?
What year did The Necromancer come out?
Vodbox has a question saying, what are the big 16 numbers on the back and the 3 small numbers on the back of a card?
He's talking about credit card info.
I'm trying to get you to give me your credit card info, bros.
Credit.
Yeah, why can't credit card numbers just be like 2 numbers? Why do I have to remember 16?
Numbers that you made up.
That way, when I go to the supermarket, I can just say, "What's your credit card number?" and I say 12. They're like,
would be very convenient.
They're like 12.
I would like to have a very low.
Yo, Judge, if you're in the chat, can you just log in the game and say 12 bricks and then leave?
12. Okay, well, Yonki, I mean, how can people they want to know more about Watch if before this announcement on the 29th? How can they follow more?
We actually have a baller Twitter handle @Watch.
Ah!
So, maybe follow us there. Keep a watch out for updates and join the Discord.
Yeah, that's right. We have a Discord.
You got that. Been trying for years to get that.
Really? No. Yeah. Well, and I heard a rumor that next week we're gonna have if we do a show live next week, we may even have a game show format with some prizes. Did you hear about that? I heard that rumor on the street.
Ooh,
Set out on the streets.
That's on the street, dude. The streets are talking.
Big girls hanging out in the streets and learning about his own show.
Right? Is that what
Yo, are we really doing that?
Maybe. You never know. Kian, Casey, anything you guys like to plug?
I just follow Watch on Twitter and keep an eye out. We're gonna blow this up. It's gonna be a cool game.
Is the game called Damn or is it Watch?
I mean, right now you can follow us at Watch, but we'll figure out. You guys can figure out what it's called probably on your own.
Oh, I see.
We've got our documentary will be coming out sometime later this year, hopefully in the fall. And we're working on Toe Jam now, so follow the Toe Jam account on Twitter and follow me on Twitter for the win, and we'll be posting all of our funny videos and stuff pretty soon.
Wow. So today on the
Holy,
show,
that sounds good.
we found out there's going to be an upcoming Toe Jam and Earl cookbook. We also found out that Damn is a game. It's no longer called Neighborhood Watch, and we're going to hear more information about that on July 29th.
Damn is a game that you should buy when it comes out.
That's right. Being made by a studio called Tuned Out Games, which is a partner studio of Human Nature Studios. And you may even see me, Big Earl, in the game. You never know.
No, Big Earl's not allowed in this game.
Whoa, I guess
you guys should play Zombies Ate My Neighbor.
Yeah, in the meantime, get ready by playing Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Fantastic.
And if you enjoyed the show, please join our Discord. We'll send out a link probably on Twitter. But you can also follow at ToeJam and Earl on Twitter. I want to say a huge thank you to Elijah, who is not here, for setting up the stage.
Elijah, if you're watching,
Huge shout out to Hera for the announcing and the great insight as always. Huge thank you to our king and savior, RoboMolluskKing.
Yes, thanks.
And all the Funkatronian Funksters who helped make sure this show possible. Especially a huge shout out to the boneless / homeless Goomba, who's been taking paparazzi shots all night and does live recaps of each episode on YouTube. And stay tuned. There may or may not be a show next Friday with some game show elements. So stay tuned to our Twitter.
I would like to read out a quote from the chat.
Yeah, read out that quote.
I hate this show. They never answer my question about the big 16 numbers on the back and the 3 small numbers and expiration date on the money card.
You still need the expiration. Oh, right, you need the expiration date. Yeah, maybe next time. Maybe next week, the winner of the game show will win my credit card details, my Funk card.
Per week to make sure they have to come back.
Oh, right. Yes, you're right. Exactly. That's very
You
smart.
guys need a little help on how to retain an audience. You want to talk afterwards?
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody,
Of course.
let's all join the crowd. Homeless Goomba / boneless
Oh no,
Goomba
my robot
is going to take a photo of all of us together.
Except for my game crash.
Don't enable your TVs. It lags the hell out of your game.
I
Yeah.
gotta rejoin real quick as my game crashed. Hold on.
Did you enable them?
Yeah, you probably did. All right.
Get up here, Earl.
We're
Yeah,
still-
all the
Going
guests.
back in right now.
Pick. Homeless, snap a pic.
Wait, no, we're waiting for Casey.
Yeah.
I'll be there in just a second. My game crashed right when you guys wanted to take a picture.
This is the future of life. Like
There we go.
when we're 80 years old, we're gonna be in Roblox, being like. Bleh. All right, Casey, get up
You
here.
guys have no, you
Get up
guys
here,
have no
take,
textures on
take,
my screen.
green.
You're all just white boxed.
All right,
I'm coming.
all right, homeless. You ready?
Absolutely.
Do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.